Hi, I'm Ian Mean. I'm Director of Business West in Gloucestershire, and I'm talking to Victoria Matthews. Victoria is the manager of Business West's initiative. The initiative does great work in Bristol and the area. Tell us, Victoria, over the last year, been very difficult with COVID. What are the main areas you've been able to influence as the initiative?
So there's no denying that this year has been extremely tough for many of our local businesses and more so our local community as well. So our main aim as the initiative this year has been to ensure that our chamber and initiative members continue to stay connected and actively engaged so that we've been sort of best able to come together as a business community, which I think we have done really well. We're seeing a lot of resilience in the business community, but there's still a lot more that we need to do. So in terms of some of the tangible things that we've been doing this year, so we've launched the One City Economic Strategy. So that's going to be looking at how we best recover as an economy here in the West of England, looking at businesses, how to continue to become resilient, sustainable as well. And looking ahead, we're going to be refreshing that plan every sort of 6 months to sort of, see how everything's going, see what needs to change. And essentially, we've done a huge amount of work to ensure that we recover sustainably and to ensure that the business community feels supported.
Yeah. Now, what about your priorities for next year? You've had your last meeting this year. You've got, I think, 4 main priorities for next year.
We do. So we're looking ahead now to 2021 and sort of what the region needs to be the most vibrant, prosperous place that it can be, which is our ultimate aim as the initiative here in Business West. So we're going to be looking at things like clean growth. So that's going to be our first priority. So engaging with the economic recovery work in the region, ensuring that we recover sustainably. Our second priority is going to be looking at transport and mobility across the region. So continuing to play a key role in influencing the transport agenda. So things like the Clean Air Zone here in Bristol. We're going to be doing a lot of work on that. Thirdly, our third priority is education and skills. So ensuring that businesses have all the skills that they need from apprentices and ensuring that we engage actively with the colleges and the schools. And then finally, we're going to be looking at tackling deprivation as well. So it's no secret that Bristol's a bit of a tale of two cities. We have extreme wealth in some areas, but extreme poverty in others. So we're going to be working with a lot of partners and doing a lot of work in that in 2021 as well.
Yeah. Now, the green issue, we've got the big COP conference at the end of next year in Glasgow. How can you tangibly, realistically do things about climate change in Bristol?
So on the back of COP26, we're seeing the UK 10-point plan and the spending review that's come out, and we really welcome that there's a huge emphasis on this work now on climate change and tangibly tackling it as well. So we at Bristol Chambers of Commerce in the initiative, we've set up an advisory board with some of our sort of key board members who have expertise in this area to sort of help the region get to carbon net zero. They're going to be looking at our policy and how to influence that as well. And then Nina, my colleague, she's actually co-chairing a climate leaders group in partnership with the Green Capital Partnership. And that's 30 businesses across the city. So for example, people like the Zoo, Bristol Beacon, JLL, people like that, who've actually committed to becoming carbon net zero by 2030. So we're playing a key role in leading that agenda as well across the city.
And do you think companies are really going to get into this?
I hope so. I mean, there's a huge push on this agenda now, isn't there? There's more and more money that's being plugged into it. And I think with a slightly younger generation, I'm not trying to play on age, but with a younger generation coming through, quite often people that are joining companies want to see what the company is doing to hit this agenda. I want to see what Business West is doing to support the planet, and there are a lot of other people that are asking genuine questions of, what's my company doing? What's the city region doing? So yeah, I think people like Greta Thunberg, they've helped us hugely. So I hope businesses get behind it. We're seeing a lot of people that are really doing that. So it's great to see.
Yeah. Now, COVID is still with us and will be for a long time. We've got vaccine, fantastic breakthrough. But we do know we've got to be very careful. Now, what about sustainability of companies still in this COVID time?
Yeah, so obviously COVID is still a massive issue, and with the pandemic impacting UK businesses, in addition to Brexit as well, You know, with the EU transition period coming to an end, we're very aware that there are still challenges that lie ahead for a lot of businesses, both with COVID and with Brexit. So our latest survey, for example, has shown that businesses remain confused and unprepared for Brexit, in addition to the huge challenges that COVID has presented. So we're working with the local business community, we're listening to you. You know, we've definitely seen over this past year the benefit of being part of a collective organisation like Business West. We've had really positive feedback from people who have really seen the value in being part of a collective organisation, such as the Chambers of Commerce, who have lobbied on their behalf, they've represented on their behalf, but we are continuing to do so. We're continuing to listen to all sectors, not just sort of the harder hit ones, but the ones that are thriving as well, to ensure that we all recover sustainably.
Yeah. Now, what is immediate is that we're obviously concerned that Bristol gets out of Tier 3. We might get an announcement on that next week. What are your views on that?
Definitely. So our main aim is obviously to get the economy going again, ultimately. So we are actively encouraging people to try and shop locally if they can for Christmas, if they're able to do so, to support our local economy. It's really encouraging to see that our infection rate here in Bristol is getting lower and lower. So we're really hopeful that Bristol is going to go into a Tier 2 next week. Particularly from the retail and hospitality side, before Christmas, they are just decimated. So we're really pushing ahead to try and, you know, ensure that businesses still continue to stay safe, still continue to follow the guidance, but we're really hoping that we go into Tier 2 next week.
Yeah, and a last message from you for your business members for Christmas.
I think genuinely, I just want to say thank you. We've had so much support from people this year, particularly through, you know, our trading through coronavirus. We've had professional services who have offered their time for free. They've been advising businesses for free. They've been supporting people who've been made redundant. So we remain optimistic. We are trying to push a positive message. We are continuing to lobby on your behalf. And yeah, we know there are challenges ahead, but we are here to support you. And we look forward to working with you in 2021.
Thank you, Victoria.